Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm Adam Harry from BoLS Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan.
Yes.
You know I love me some RPG stuff.
Yes.
And you happen to love Numenera.
I love Numenera.
What do we love? What did you bring today?
Numenera's the best. And what we have here is Numenera 2.
Ooh.
All collectively, it's considered Numenera 2. Now, it's a little confusing, but this is not the second edition Numenera. It's kind of like a revamp of Numenera.
So it's like 1.5, but with, I don't know.
Yeah, 1.5 is actually probably the best way of saying it. Now, back in 2012, they did a Kickstarter for Numenera, and it was blown up. This is another Kickstarter that they did.
Okay.
And what we have here is we have Numenera Discovery and Numenera Destiny along with the Player's Handbook. Yes. Yeah, no, well, Discovery is basically, it's just the Numenera rulebook that we've seen before, but kind of updated and tweaked a little bit. You can still use the old book if you want. Destiny is a brand new book with a bunch of new material, and it delves way more into building a civilization, creating ciphers, all that good stuff.
Ciphers are what you used in Numenera.
Yeah, they're like magical items, basically, and stuff like that, if you're playing D&D. And then they also released this cool thing right here. It's a Player's Handbook. It's a really small paperback, but it has the rules, how to create characters, and character sheets. All of that, and it's really cheap out.
Yeah, because it used to be if you wanted the PHB or Player Handbook, you basically just bought the big book, which had everything. And some of that stuff players didn't really need to have. Now, if you're running the game, the DM can pick up this, and if they want to, this, which I highly recommend, and then the players can just pick up this, and it's a lot cheaper. It's an easier, point of entry.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's. I know you're excited.
Yes,
I'm excited about this.
I'm so excited.
Let's take a look at these two. Let's take a look at the new Numenera stuff. All right, Evan, we've got the Numenera Destiny Discovery and the Player's Guide here. Where do you want to start?
So let's just quickly go through the Discovery because there's only tweaks from the original book. So yeah, Discovery, as I said before, is the original book, the original rule book. However, there are a few tweaks. Not enough to consider it a second edition. Okay. But enough to make it matter. You can still use the old book if you like to do that. So
yeah, it's just a nice map. I like maps. Everybody likes
maps. Honestly, the Numenera is top quality map.
High quality H2O.
Yep. High quality. So I want to go through the table of contents. Now, there are a lot of tweaks, too many for me to really pinpoint and show, if it makes sense. And like I said, they're not like game-altering tweaks. They're just like, this was a little too powerful. We're going to make it
just almost like a
little balancing.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can use it. So in the main book, if you have this, you have Into the Distant Future. It talks about the setting of Numenera.
And real quick, can you just real fast touch on the setting?
Setting is my favorite part. Yes. Thank you for asking. You are in the 9th world, and this takes place 1 billion years in the future on Earth. And before your civilization, your current civilization, there have been 8 civilizations before.
Major
civilizations that had, huge technological progression and stuff like that. However, they're long gone. They're like archaeology. They're like the Roman Empire to us, maybe even like the Egyptian Empire. Yeah. But a lot of their technology is still around. However, and it still works. However, we don't know how it works. So for us, it's magical. Yeah. So you could have like hovering crafts.
Like the RFC
cloak. There's some scientific method for it, but we don't understand it. So it's magical to us. It's a really cool book because you can, or a system and setting, because you can go and you can kind of like discover the 8 civilizations before. Why did they, leave?
Yeah, what cataclysms killed them off and stuff like that.
And there's a lot of mystery and intrigue involved. That's why I like it.
And on top of that too, can you talk about the core mechanic of this game? Is it D20? Is it D6s? Like, what's the core mechanic?
So it's the cipher system. It uses a D20. The cipher system is a little different from D&D. It's enough difference to make it its own thing.
Yeah, because you can add bonuses to get to higher stuff.
Exactly, yeah. But like, we don't need to go that much into detail for the system.
My whole point is that if you've been playing role-playing games for a while, this isn't going to be completely alien to you. The setting's new, the stories are new, different, but the concepts there are going to be, you're going to pick up on
the biggest points of the setting, and then there's also ciphers. So ciphers are the technology or magical items of the game, and the DM can make them if he wants, if he or she wants. So that's the biggest draws of this game.
Okay.
So into the main book, it talks about the years, 1 billion years in the making. The amber monolith is kind of a symbol, if you see actually in the front.
Oh yeah,
kind of a thing. Getting started. So this book, and it's going to go over character creation if you want and stuff like that. There's also the player's guide, which will do the same. But just so you know, as a DM, if you just get this, you don't have to get yourself a player's guide. Right. So this is going to go over characters, creating your characters, going to have all the different types. Now, there's like 3 different types, and then there's like subgenres of those types. Okay. So there's like a glaive, and then I can't remember the other 2, but then there's subcategories of those. So it's like a tree branching off.
Right. So you pick your main class of one of the 3, and then you go down from there. Well, this is basically the core book, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's skip over to the.
Well, let's look at the Destiny. Yeah.
So that's Discovery.
This is what people are really excited for. This is a whole new book with a whole bunch of new material, and let's show off the back real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The artwork too is probably one of the best parts of Numenera.
Really cool.
Discovery basically is a kind of a supplemental, but it has so much packed into it. It's a supplemental plus, basically.
Yeah, we get some new characters, and that's cool.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is it's going to add new character options and descriptors and stuff like that. Now, it's also going to add a whole like aspect of it for salvaging and crafting. This will give the DMs a lot more options on crafting their own ciphers, but also like buildings and civilizations and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's going to go way into the detail and the setting, GM communities, creatures and characters. Basically, this is another book solely for the GM or DM.
Yeah, I mean you can still the players can use some of the characters.
Stuff, but
you probably only need like
most
one
of it's really for the DM. Yeah. And it's basically like a source book, if you will. That goes more into the world of Numenera and makes it more accessible for new players.
Sweet. Let's flip through a little bit of it. Again, we're not going to go through the whole book.
Let's go through new characters first.
Yeah.
So character types. So let's see. It still has the basic rights. Let's keep going.
Yep. This is the different.
Oh yeah. So we have Arcus, who are natural leaders. They're going to be like leader characters. I see. Okay. Yeah, we're going through backgrounds and stuff like that. You'll have the tiers for them as well. They're just like leveling up how you progress in the levels and stuff like that. And let's see. Oh, that's nice too. It has over here what page you can go to for actions and stuff like that. That's very helpful.
Page references.
Yeah, page
that's
references.
Nice.
That is very nice. Let's see. Keep going. Let's go to the next one, which is going to be
the rights.
The rights. Yeah, the rights. Rights are builders and crafters, as you can see from this dude. Which is really cool. The rights are definitely made for this book because this book adds a lot of character, like a lot of creation
stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, very cool.
Backgrounds, all the tiers. If you want to look through this, I mean, they're on the shelves. They shouldn't be shrink wrapped, so you can pick this up in a game store.
A lot of really cool stuff in there.
Then we have the delves. Delves are willing to risk everything just to find something new. So they're like the explorers. No one else seen before.
They want to go find the new stuff.
Exactly.
Go dig deep.
Yeah, which is cool. These guys are made for basically discovering what the 8 previous civilizations were all about.
Yeah.
That's a good character to have if you want to learn more about that.
Right.
They're delving into it. That's why they got me.
And we still have the glaives, the jacks, and the nanos.
Yeah, that's what they're all. The glaives, jacks, nanos. Nanos are like magic ones. The glaives are the fighters, and the jacks are kind of like the rogues.
Jacks of all trade.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, kind of. They're more sneaky stabby. Character descriptors. So this game is based off of descriptors.
Yes.
They're kind of like backgrounds for D&D. So if you're adaptable, it will give you a whole slew of things. If you were articulate, you have +2 to your intellect pool, or you're trained in persuasion, that sort of thing. They're backgrounds. And they're kind of classes at the same time. So they'll also add to your starting stats and build from your. They're cool too because you could be like, my character is a committed glaive who, and then the who is another aspect of it, which we'll get into in a second. So
that's how you build your character.
That's how you build your character. It's based off of one sentence. My character is a something. Yeah.
Dark side.
And those somethings. Those somethings add the value or the stats to your character.
I got you.
So character focuses it. So my character is a serene glaive who absorbs energy.
Nice.
That would be a character. And the absorbs energy adds a connection, minor effects, major effects, and those are suggestions too. So it's kind of like up to the player and the DM to decide, what can you do from absorbing energy? Like, what does that bring? There's no like set rule
you
on it.
You can almost completely randomize your character that way.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like, kind of picking randomly on the charts.
Who acts with consequences.
Without consequences.
Yeah, or without Yeah, sorry, without consequence. So major effect suggestion: a foe forgets about you unless you draw attention to yourself.
Nice. My is a gregarious nano who, turning the page, augments flesh with crafts. Seems appropriate.
Oh man, that's great. So yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Oh, look at you right there.
That's apparently a nano that
person does not look happy.
Yeah, but he's very gregarious.
So focus is the last part of that sentence that adds to your character. Okay. So this book adds a lot more focus. Wow, we're still going into it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna skip ahead. Way more.
Because this is a shard of the sun. Wow, that seems solid.
Yeah. Radiates vitality.
I like that. That seems nice.
Then we get to building the 9th world and salvaging. This is really cool. So for people who play like Fallout, this is like what Fallout 4 did with the building civilization. Like you have now a system in place that allows you to build a civilization or a settling. I think they kind of touched on this in a module or a supplement for regular Numenera, but now it's all in like one of the rule books.
Wow, that can be dangerous for me. Yes. I might get sucked into world building.
Have we made a bathhouse yet?
Yeah.
Guys, where are the vending machines? Let's go.
Let's go. We got to get that farm going so I can get the crops going. So
but it's also going to have stuff like how to craft your own ciphers. Ciphers are cool too because unlike D&D where it's like a set rule, like they're like kind of like, here's what's suggested they do, but you can come up with your own thing.
Okay, yeah.
And if it's overpowered, well, the DM can be like, oh, well, let's change
it
a bit. Yeah, it ran out. It has a charge or something like that. So crafting is that part, crafting task. And that's not just ciphers. You're going to be able to craft like weapons, shoes, stuff like that. Ciphers and artifacts. There you go.
Yeah.
Keep going, though. Commonplace objects and structures, so buildings, houses.
Kind of important if you
public restrooms maybe.
Yeah. Would be nice.
But defensive structures. So there's actually a system where you can defend your own settlement, and every time you add a structure, it tells you like the materials you need, like 20 units, and then what it does, 30 feet, how long, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But like,
ditch, 6 feet.
It'll add to the defenses and like. You could honestly do like a zombie survival in Numenera.
Dude, don't give me ideas, man. That's
zombie survival in Numenera. Let's do it.
I'm in.
And then the Numenera itself. What is the Numenera, you might ask?
What is the Numenera?
Let's find out. So the Numenera is kind of like the magic of the world. It has ciphers, artifacts, and it gives power to these artifacts, basically. So... It's not going to talk about too much.
Yeah. You basically use that. You tap into the Numenera to do effects.
Yeah, Numenera plans. Understand
your artifacts that you find, your ciphers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep going ahead. Artifacts and cipher plans. Going ahead.
Those obelisks, man.
This game is the obelisk game.
The obelisk game.
And there's a lot of Numenera plans.
Wow.
So this is cool too, because like vehicle plans, so you can see what level you have to be in a.
So that's a D100 random drop. Crafting level.
Crafting level, right, and then it'll have like a plan for that, and then
out of control craft abuse.
Yeah, and then it's alphabetical after that, and it'll show you like all the things you can build. Wow, that's really cool. So you can build an exploring Aventron. How do you pronounce it? Aventron or Aventron?
Aventron.
Okay, or a companion, or a cleaning mech. That's what I need. And that's really cool. That just gives you so many options.
Yeah.
And really builds on the world. I'm just gonna skip ahead. There's a lot of like.
Yeah. We get the picture. Section. There's a ton of stuff in this book.
Yeah.
The communities part.
Destiny. Yep.
All right. So this is again part of that world building, civilization building, building your communities, all that fun stuff in Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems to add a whole new couple of layers to.
It really does. Now you don't need to use this book, but it's highly recommended.
Let's jump over to the player's guide.
I just want to show you really quick.
There's more stuff.
There's a lot of added creatures,
mech shamblers,
and then adventures in the back. So
what if we did a zombie defense but with mechs?
I'm totally down for that. Yeah. I mean,
dang it!
I'm sure there's like a zombie in here. Like,
I mean, there probably is.
Looking. Anyway, creatures, a bunch of them, monster manual, and then you have adventures. So yeah. All right. So now one of the coolest parts though is this. So if you're a DM, you just need these two books. Honestly, you just need this book. But this adds a lot.
You probably want the
all the players only have to get this. This is a soft cover kind of player. This is a player guide. It's soft cover. It's really cheap. We'll talk about it later, but it's only $19.99. Very cheap to get, and it will go over. I'll show you the table of contents. First, I'll tell you what the 9th world is.
This is a thinner book, softback. So
it doesn't have table of contents. But this will go over character creation.
Well, there's your table of contents.
Oh, there it is. There you go. It'll go over how to play Numenera, so the rules, creating your character, character types, character descriptors, character focus, and equipment. This is everything you need. Yeah, this is the basic. Everything you need for a character. Everything else that only the DM really needs.
Right.
So they took everything that you got out of the book and made it more accessible for players and more people to get into. So creating
it does talk about the rules of the game too. So you've got a little bit of like, why do I need this stat, or what does this dice pool thing do?
Exactly. Yeah. Character type. Let's see if it has all the same ones. Glaive.
It's definitely gonna have the stuff in Discovery. But not everything in Destiny.
Glaive, Nano,
Nano, does it have Jack? Yeah.
Yeah, Jack.
Arcus, yeah, it does have.
It has everything from the new book,
the
Destiny.
Rights, and the final one, the Delves.
Which is the Delves, yeah.
So there's 6 big classes, and then you get into...
Yeah, character descriptors. So it's going to have everything. So everything that you find in Destiny and Discovery, it's going to have in here for character creation.
Nice.
And it looks like it's kind of laid out the same too, which is nice. That's very.
But that's exactly what you need as a player. You just want to have.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Character focus, stuff like that. Oh, look, it's
here. It's the augment. It's back.
Yeah. So everything you need, and then it goes down to the end. There's a lot of character focus. Guys. Equipment. So it's nice.
It's probably not a full.
No, it's the basics basically, but it has the nice like charts, and it's also in the end. It's the second to last page for these charts. So instead of like flipping through a heavy rulebook to find the equipment,
you can just go here.
Flip to the back, charts. You can see the name, the price, and the notes. And it doesn't have. It looks like it doesn't have quite the stats.
No, it's got some basic stats like light weapons, 2 points of damage.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's kind of
real simple.
Yeah. And then specialty equipment, and that's it. So
if you're a player and you just want to build your character and have a quick reference thing, that's what this book's for.
Yep.
The other 2 books, Destiny and Discovery, are for your DM, or if you're a player and you just really want all of the rules, check these out.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's hop out for a really fast recap.
That was Numenera's 2.0.
Yeah.
Not 1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
Numenera 2-ish.
Yes. 2-ish. I like 2-ish.
2-ish. Discovery, of course, and Destiny.
Yes.
And then the Player's Handbook.
Yes.
Really cool products.
Player's
Guide. I was surprised. This book has a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, you said that.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's got some cool stuff in there. The Civ building was.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, you should check out Numenera if you haven't.
It's pretty cool.
From Monty Cook game. It's so good. Anyway, enough gushing. Let's crunch the numbers real fast.
Yes.
The Discovery book. How much is that going to run you?
$59.99.
Okay.
Also $59.99. And the Player's Guide, $20.
$20.
That's all it costs for every character. They just have to pick up this Player's Guide, $20. Now there is another option that has already released, and it's a slipcase, which includes this book and a Kickstarter exclusive book. If your retailer backed it, they'll have it. So that will save you about $20. So it's $110-ish. So
but if you get both, and
it saves you about $10 or $20.
So look over that slipcase too.
Yes.
Very cool stuff. Numenera, awesome RPG.
Yes.
Really good mechanically and just fun narrative-driven game.
I want to point out too, this is not the end for Numenera 2. The Kickstarter had a lot more. There's going to be more books about ciphers, civilization building, all that stuff. This is just the first wave.
This is just off the palette.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this is what everyone wanted, and they're going to get more.
Very cool. Go check these out. These Kickstarter obviously shipped and everything, but are these out in retail now?
Not yet.
Okay.
So as of shooting this video, we only have the Kickstarter out, and then in like a month or so, we're gonna have everything else out.
Okay. So if your retailer did back it, they probably got early Kickstarter stuff, and then it should come to retail in the next month or two. Very cool stuff. Keep an eye out for those. I'm Adam here from BoLS.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.